Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sáenz. The summer of 1987 in El Paso, Texas, finds 15-year-old Aristotle Ari Mendoza bored, angry, and profoundly lonely. He is a boy of few words, trapped in a house of silences. His father, a quiet and scarred Vietnam veteran, is a mystery, and his older brother, Bernardo, is a ghost, absent from all family photos and conversations, serving time in prison. Ari feels disconnected from the world, from his family, and most of all, from himself. His life, he feels, is someone else's idea. One afternoon, seeking refuge from the heat and his own thoughts, Ari goes to the local swimming pool. He cannot swim, but he can float, a solitary act that suits him. His isolation is interrupted by a cheerful, somewhat squeaky voice. The boy, named Dante Quintana, is everything Ari is not: expressive, open, and brimming with a strange, fearless confidence. He is a skilled swimmer with a lanky frame and a passion for art and poetry, though he claims to be allergic to the air. When Dante offers to teach Ari how to swim, their names, Aristotle and Dante, spark an immediate uproarious connection, and an unlikely friendship begins. Their summer falls into a comfortable rhythm of swimming lessons, reading comics, and riding the city bus, where they invent stories about the other passengers. Ari, who sees the world as a dark place, is the stoic and tragic Mexican. Dante is the optimistic and effusive American. Dante introduces Ari to his parents, his father, Sam, a warm and easygoing English professor, and his mother, Soledad, a perceptive and intelligent therapist. The Quintana's home is filled with books, art, and open affection, a world of touchers and kissers that is alien to Ari. In turn, Ari introduces Dante to his own parents, and Dante's thoughtful gift of a Mexican art book provides a rare window into Ari's father's soul, revealing a pre-war passion for art that he had never shared. The friendship deepens through small shared adventures. They throw their shoes in the street in a game of Dante's invention, debating the necessity of measuring each toss with a tape measure. Their bond is cemented during a confrontation in the park. When they see a group of younger boys shooting at sparrows with BB guns, Dante, enraged and heartbroken, runs to stop them. Ari, fearing for his friend's safety, follows, his own quiet anger erupting into threats that scare the boys away. Afterward, Dante weeps for the small dead bird, and Ari digs a grave for it in Dante's backyard. In that moment, Ari recognizes the hardness in himself and the softness in Dante, and understands that he likes his friend for the very qualities he lacks. Just as their idyllic summer seemed set to last forever, it is shattered. After a sudden hailstorm, Dante spots a sparrow with a broken wing in the middle of the street. As he stands over the bird, a car swerves around the corner. Without a thought, Ari dives, shoving Dante out of the path of the vehicle. Ari takes the full impact, his world dissolving into the sound of his own screams. Ari awakens in a hospital, his legs and one arm encased in casts. The pain is immense, but it is overshadowed by his fear for Dante, who he learns is safe. Dante is consumed with guilt, calling Ari a hero, a label Ari fiercely rejects, insisting his actions were just a reflex. This accident, and Dante's imminent, year-long move to Chicago for his father's sabbatical, creates a new tension between them. Before he leaves, Dante confesses his love for Ari, a declaration that Ari, frightened and confused, cannot process. With Dante gone, Ari's life becomes a lonely landscape of recovery and work. He gets a job flipping burgers at the Circular, buys a cherry-red 1957 pickup truck with his parents' help, and learns to drive. He nurses a crush on a pretty, enigmatic girl from school named Ileana, who kisses him on New Year's Eve, but ultimately reveals she has a boyfriend in a gang and disappears from his life. Throughout the school year, his only true connection is to Dante, which is maintained through a series of letters. Dante's letters are long and searching, filled with his experiences in Chicago, his experiments with beer and pot, and his confusing romantic feelings, kissing a girl but admitting he'd rather be kissing boys. Ari's replies are infrequent and short, as he struggles with his own silent battles, the physical scars from the accident, the emotional scars from his family, and his relentless, secret search for information about his brother at the public library.
The summer after, Dante returns, taller and more confident, but the friendship is strained. The ghost of Dante's confession hangs between them. One night, in Dante's room, Dante convinces Ari to share an experimental kiss, to see if Ari might like kissing boys. The kiss is passionate, but Ari, terrified, pulls away and lies, claiming it did nothing for him, leaving Dante hurt, and the space between them wider than ever. The fragile peace is broken again by violence. One night, Dante is brutally beaten in an alley. Ari learns from Dante's father that he was attacked by a group of boys after they saw him kissing another boy, Daniel, from the drugstore where Dante works. Consumed by a protective rage, Ari tracks down Daniel, who admits he ran away and names two of the attackers, Julian Enriquez and Joe Moncada. Ari, in a blur of fury, finds Julian and beats him savagely, breaking his nose before being pulled away. This act of violence forces a reckoning in Ari's own home. His parents, seeing the blood on his knuckles and fearing he is following his brother's path, confront him. In a moment of raw pain and anger, Ari breaks his family's unspoken rule and demands to know about his brother. This outburst finally shatters the decades of silence. His father, in tears, reveals his own trauma from Vietnam, the memory of a friend he couldn't save, a ghost that has haunted his dreams for years. He then turns to Ari and tells him the truth he's been running from. The real problem is that you're in love with him. Ari's mother, her own heart broken by the loss of her first son to prison, assures Ari there is no shame in loving Dante. For the first time, Ari's family begins to heal, and his brother, Bernardo, is finally given a story. As a teenager, he had killed a man with his bare hands. With the secrets of his own family finally unearthed, Ari is free to face the last, most difficult secret of all, the one in his own heart. He and Dante drive out to their spot in the desert, under the vast, starry sky. The anger and distance between them finally melts away. Ari admits that he lied about their kiss, that he has been afraid not of Dante, but of his own feelings for him. "You kiss me," Dante says, and this time Ari does. He kisses him again and again, a torrent of emotion unleashed. Lying in the back of his pickup truck, holding Dante's hand, Ari realized that all the answers he had been searching for had always been right there. He had been fighting a war within himself, and in finally surrendering, he was, at last, free. How could he have ever been ashamed of loving Dante?